Hi everyone, my name is Mahashweta and live once again from Canberra. And for those who are new to Canvera, I must say that Canvera is a brand which is all about world class photo albums. And the best thing about Canvera is it provides a hassle free experience. So, as part of our live sessions, we have a very acclaimed photographer with us today. His name is Rig Biswas, and he is a Nikon mentor and influencer. So, we are waiting for him to join us and share his success journey. Hello, sir.
Hi, good evening.
So, yeah, it's really great to see you. So, I was just telling everyone, all of our followers, how acclaimed photographer you are, and you're the mentor for Nikon, right?
Yeah,
You're a Nikon expert. So, yeah, so I think we can begin right away,
sure,
if you're
sure, sure.
okay.
And good evening, everyone. And thanks to
Yeah,
Canvera for conducting this type of live session.
yes. So, our idea here is to, get expert guidance from photographers like you, and it will help all the budding photographers out there. So, shall we start?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So first thing is, we would like to know about your journey as a photographer. So how did you start? Maybe your success journey, obstacles you faced, everything.
Okay. Well, so basically, it's not like a overnight story or something like that. I started photography almost 12 or 13 years back. And in the last 10 years, I'm into this wedding photography industry. So actually, if I started from the earlier days, like around 2010, 2011, at that time I was actually, basically I'm an engineer. So at that time I was in my engineering days. So at that time I'm just clicking photographs like anyone else. Like I'm just clicking, I click streets, doing landscape, doing portraits, everything. And after that, there is a break. There is a actual break point in my life, so that breakthrough actually made me as a wedding photographer. So basically in 2013, I just randomly participated in a competition which is conducted by Nikon at that time. And
Oh,
suddenly, after 5 or 6 months after that competition, basically I just send a photo over internet and I just forget about that. At that time, I'm pursuing my MTech. Finally, I got a call from Nikon after 5 or 6 months. At that time, I was in my lab. In my final year submission is going on, and suddenly I got a call from them, and they told me that you have won the Nikon India contest. So actually, I thought that that is a prank call from any of my friends. So I just take it like in that way, in that manner. But after some time, I realized that I was like awestruck at that moment, and then I realized that I'm really in the number one rank in all over India from Nikon. So after that, I received that award, and then suddenly, actually, it's very casually I started this profession. You can say accidental wedding photographer at that time. So I started my photography journey in that way, and at that time, actually, I got placed in two of the big company in India, in TCS and Infosys at the same time. So then I have three choices: either I have to go to a corporate life, or I can pursue my photography, my dream career. So in
okay.
that time, I'm really, really thankful. I'm really grateful to my family, my parents, that they give me that courage so that I can pursue this profession. And I came into this profession. And then the main problem I see in most of the wedding photographers, that actually most of us started wedding photography career accidentally. But the thing is that after that, we act like each and every day accidentally. But once you started the career, then you have to think in a proper way, in a well guided manner, so that you can shape your career in a proper way. So once I joined, actually, I started my wedding photography career when I completely left my corporate life. So at that time, I thinking that I have to do something. So 2014 onwards, I am totally full timer in this wedding photography field. So at that time, I started at least 12 to 14 hours each and every day for my photography, for my editing skill, for the marketing, for the sales, each and everything. So in that way, I started my career from 2014 onwards.
Okay, that's really interesting. I mean, following your passion is something I think we all should do, right? So it was
Yeah,
more like a passion. for
Yeah.
you. So
So
that's
actually,
really good.
when you are actually following your passion, then you have to like very consistent. So that's the main
Correct.
thing. It's not
Correct.
about passion. It's not about the spark. You have to be consistent.
Consistent.
Basically, it's a very huge responsibility when you're doing wedding photography because lots of things are there. Like it's a lifetime event, basically.
Yeah.
So there is no way that you can ruin anyone's lifetime event. So you have to
Correct.
be accountable for that. So this is the main
Correct.
reason.
Correct. Correct. So I believe that there's a lot of responsibility involved, like in this field, right?
Yeah, exactly. And basically, the wedding photography industry, or being a wedding photographer or being a cricketer, both are same. Why it's same? Like, is an example. If I give an example of Sachin Tendulkar, when he crossed around 10,000 or 20,000 runs, but after that, when he go to the field or he's go to play again, so on that day, you have to start from zero. So being a
Right.
wedding photographer also, once we receive the awards and all, that's done for that day. The next day you have to start from zero. So
Yep.
it is not like that you have become very big wedding photographer and then you don't do anything. You just going with your name. That's kind of legacy thing, and after that will fall. So we have to do each and every day. We have to be consistent. This is the main thing of a wedding photographer.
Hmm. Correct. Correct. So, so like I'm sure that you are consistent with everything, and you do a lot of learning, right? So it's a continuous learning process. Uh,
Continuous learning. Basically, you have
yeah.
to be consistent. You have to be like adaptability is a very big point because each and every day we are getting new challenges. There are lots of things are going on which is not in our hand. It's beyond our hand, but we have to be accountable for that because we are getting paid for that. So we have to deal with those points, and basically there is a proper management is needed for that. It's not about only photography. It's not about only creativity. Everything you have to take in your account so that you're questionable for everything. Once
Yeah.
your team is in the event, if anything happened, you are the only person who are responsible for that. So that's the
Right.
main big thing.
Okay. So yeah, I would agree to that. That you have a huge responsibility also. So talking about responsibility, let's also talk about fun part also.
Yeah.
Any exciting story you have for us? Something
Every
during the
day,
shoot.
every day. Actually, wedding photography, it's kind of a thing. You can get every type of flavor, sweet, sour, bitter, everything is there. Each and every day, something different. If I consider last shoot, we have done a destination shoot. We have done in Manali. So it's total fun-filled shoot because the day actually it's not all about fun-filled. The day one, it's kind of very we are going through a very anxiety because at that day when we just landed to Manali, we seen the weather was very bad, very bad. So we thought that we have planned so much for the last 2 to 3 months for those things. Then suddenly this thing happens. So at that time we make some like plan A, plan B, plan C. So that's very much important for a wedding photographer to make this type of plan. If this weather happens, then what we will do? What we will do in the next day? So the fun part is that from the second day, we're getting beautiful weather. We had a lots of fun in the snow. Even I was like stuck in snow at that time. Actually, I am doing a shoot in a proper snow-cladded area, and I was
Okay.
very excited to do that type of shoot. And suddenly, I realized that I'm just under the snow, and my shoulder is above the snow with my camera in one hand, and just I put my camera in this way, and one of my colleague he wants to rescue me. He's just coming, and at that time, same thing happened with him also. And after that, they give some rope, and we just keep that rope, and we just go from there. So that's happened in there. So it's kind of a
Oh
fun,
my
it's kind of
God.
an adventure. Everything is there. Even we did a hiking in Cherrapunji in a waterfalls for near about around 2 kilometers. And the bride who was there, she is so energetic. She did it with proper gown.
Oh,
She did that
hiking in a
hiking for the
gown.
2 kilometers with that gown.
Oh God, that's great. I mean, I think you have, what to say, transferred some of your energy to that lady out there. So I can see your
Yeah,
passion
yeah,
there.
it's kind of a heat kind of thing. जैसे heat भी transfer होता है वैसे हम energy transfer करते हैं.
That's true. So we are kind of really happy to know that, there's a fun part to it as well. So
Yeah.
yeah. So any tips you have for all the budding photographers out there? Maybe I know you've shared a lot of tips, responsibility,
Mm-hmm.
learning, but any specific tip that you have for the budding photographers, which
Sure.
will help them. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. See, might be my word sounds bit harsh in that case because nowadays I got to see lots of wedding photographers are coming there. Those who are very youngsters, just
Right.
because of the fame and the money. So basically, in the wedding photography field, yeah, it good to see those fame, money, all those things. But if you're just coming just for those reasons, I think that is a very dangerous thing because at the beginning of your career, it's very hard to get those things. At least you have to be consistent for 2 to 3 hours, 2 to 3 years. So after
Yes.
that, you can get these types of things. So if you're just thinking about that fame, money, and everything, then after a few days you will be like you are getting frustrated for that. Basically, the things will happen in that manner. One day we just take a camera, we click some pictures, we make a Insta profile, we make a Facebook profile, and we make a business card, we make a website, and we are getting leads. But actually,
Correct.
sometimes we miss the planning. So that what is my break even, what will be my pricing, how I can price myself, how I can brand myself. But the thing is that we are doing like we are doing the shooting, then we edit and we deliver, and we are just getting the peanuts what we are just asking for. But after 2 to 3 years, we are thinking that we are not getting enough money. At that time, the frustration starts. And most of the cases, the wedding photography business shut down after 2 to 3 years. That is a very crucial time. So
Mm.
you have to be consistent as well as you have to be very like you have to make your future planning in that way. So if you can make in that way, and if you love the photography, so in that case there will be no frustration from your end. If the business is not going in that way also, but if you love photography, in that case you can you be in the field for the next 3 to 4 years, and after that gradually everything will be in a good place.
That's really important. Like I feel like I agree with you totally. And we also are seeing a lot of fans commenting actually that really agree with the Rig Vishwas, amazing photography and all. So just wanted to know from you, like, how has Canvera helped you in your journey? Any stories of Canvera? Yeah.
I'm really thankful to Canvera for that. Basically, each and every business have some different phases. So in wedding photography phases, one is like the first is the lead phase, how we can generate the lead, how we can market. The second phase is the client interaction and the operation planning. Third phase
Correct.
is the main execution day. And the fourth is the post processing. And in the post processing phase, there is two phases. One is the photography post processing, one is the videography post processing. If you just consider the post processing of the photography phase, there is two parts. One is the editing and the album designing part, another is the printing part. If you can club that album design and the printing part together, that is totally taken care by Canvera. So for the last 8 or 9 years, these parts like this album designing and the printing part, I'm really thankful to Canvera that they are handling it very well. So I don't need to put any effort for that. I don't need to put my any time for that. So once you grow up, once your business is in big volume, at that time, if you want to put all those times in different sector, it's very problematic for us. So the very big thing from the Canvera is that they have a proper app for the Android user as well as for the iOS user also. So from that app you can track each and every order. So it don't take any time for you to call someone to ask someone what's the status of my album. So it's a very flawless thing is there. So I'm very thankful to Canvera for this part also, and I'm really thankful to my Canvera representative also. He's also a very good guy. He's always helping me in everything. These are the business part, and if I am thinking about the printing part, that is also actually it's no need to be anything I have to tell because everyone know that what Canvera did. So Canvera is very good in this quality aspect, everything, and the one thing I want to tell about Canvera that they give a warranty certificate with each and each Canvera. So that make a very confidence if you just give it to your customer about that album. So at that time, if they receive that warranty card, they're thinking that yeah, that's from a proper brand. So that will create a very good image for rig photography as well as for the Canvera part. So I'm really thankful to Canvera for that.
That's really good to know. And yeah, so and even Canvera is happy to be associated with photographers like you because we've seen your photography. It's super amazing. So just personal front, where are you from, Mr. Rigvishwas? Just a bit about
Uh,
you, family. Yeah.
okay, I'm from Kolkata, and I'm operating right now rig photography all over India, but mostly in the eastern part of India, like Kolkata, Ranchi, Patna. These are the main prime location where we are operating right now. Apart from that, we did shoot in like in Rajasthan, in Delhi, in Hyderabad, in Pune, in northeast part like Guwahati, Agartala, all those parts we have done. And basically, I'm a tech guy. I am into a different sector like 7, 8 years back, and now I'm into photography in like totally. And right now, my only album partner is Canvera itself because of Canvera's sheer excellence, and I'm thankful to Canvera for that. And even I have a few suggestions also to Canvera that I'm asking to launch some big size book. Like right now, we're having like 18 into 12. So if
Correct.
Canvera takes something more than that, like around 20 to 30 or something like that, and that will be very good for us because sometimes we get some client they need a photo book for 20 into 30 size.
Mm-hmm. I guess we have super books which has been launched. So I would just
Okay.
like to even share that. So we
Superbook is
could
there.
have a look at
And one
this.
album is very good, like that Crystal one. That one is very good. That
Crystal,
Crystal
yeah.
one. Soulful
Yes,
one.
yes. Yes. So that is, I think, our premium album that we have.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I think I'm still waiting for the question. Okay, here's the question. Here's the question. How is the future of wedding photography and cinematography?
See, wedding photography and cinematography is in a very emerging phase right now. Because if you think of the population of India, that is going in an exponential manner. So, in a simple way, that will the wedding photography will also go in an exponential manner. But there is a difference between the number of wedding photographers and the number of weddings because each and every day number of wedding photographers that graph is going in a more big
Mm.
way rather than that the number of wedding photographers the number of weddings. So there might be a saturation point in some areas, but if you're good at your work, in that case that will be not a very big problem for you or for me or anyone else. And as far as the wedding cinematography is concerned, that is the new thing because basically 8 or 10 years back, wedding photography or the candid photography was the main thing was there. But now the wedding cinematography or the cinematic wedding film is the main thing. That is the in the fashion. If you can say in a fashion word, that is the in thing right now about like the reels and all. So those things are very trending thing right now.
Right.
Basically, we
Okay.
need to take care of each and everything, like the marketing part, the meeting part. You have to make your branding. You have to think in marketing in two way, like the passive marketing, the active marketing. If for the active marketing, you can go for the social media marketing. For the passive marketing, you can make the t-shirts. You can collaborate with some other influencer. You can do in go for some like the best marketing way is like when you're doing any event at that time if you can make a happy client, that happy client will give you like at least 5 to 10 uh, client from there. So that's a very big thing,
Exactly.
and the main thing is that those clients will give you a reference like in this way that yeah, rig photography is very good because I've already taken from the service from them and they are very good for that. So that reference is very effective rather than a normal active marketing way.
Correct. Correct. So I think reference is the best way of
Best way.
marketing, right?
And no money is needed for the reference. That referral marketing is
Exactly.
the best one. So that's why I think if you do a very good job at any of your clients' wedding, you can get at least 5 wedding from there.
Yeah, that's really
It
amazing. So
happened with
word of
me
mouth.
every time.
Yeah, definitely. So
That's
one
why
more
actually I
question.
stopped active marketing right now. I don't spend
Correct.
anything for the social media or something like that.
Okay. So yeah, so one more question we have. What is the best lens for wedding photography?
Okay. See, there is nothing called best because each and every situation demands something different. Uh, See, 35 mm 1.8 is a very good lens for storytelling purpose. 50 is very good. If you want to do some long shots from a bit difference, you can even you can use a portrait. You can use 85 for the portrait also. 2470 is good for the versatility. You can do a total proper wedding by single photographer by 2470 to 2.8. 7200 is also needed if the venue is very big and you need to get some good candid shots. So there is nothing called best lens. Each and every lens has their own specification, and it's everything is needed for wedding photography. But as per your budget, as per your wedding location, you have to decide which lens you have to take.
Okay, I hope you've got your answer. This is Iman Kar asking Naveen, what is a photograph? Okay, what is the? How do you understand that this is a good photograph? Maybe that's something maybe you can share.
Okay. See, this is a art. There is nothing called good or bad or something like that, because it's not a factory made anything. See, so a photograph which is good to me might be good to even it's not be good to you. It might look bad to you. So, if in my opinion, if that image tells a story to me, that is a good image. So,
Correct.
in my perspective, the best thing is like the picture should be a storytelling picture, and
Correct.
if it has some emotion on that, then that is a good image.
Correct, correct. I do agree to this because wedding is all about emotions, and if
Yeah,
we can capture emotions, there's nothing better than that,
exactly,
right? Okay, so
exactly.
hope we have answered your question, Mr. So this is show creation photography. So that's it for the question bit. Would you like to add something, Mr. Vishwas?
Yeah, I just want to add one thing only, that most of the young photographers who are coming into this field, just make sure that this field is not that easy. You have to be very super dedicated for that. You have to
Correct.
love photography for that. If you are super passionate for photography, in that case, money, fame, everything will follow you. But that is not the ultimate aim. If you are happy for your photography from inside, then that is the biggest success. Sometimes we are thinking that earning more money is success. Something we are thinking that getting lots of inquiries or lots of work is success. But in my sense, the success is when you make a proper balance between your photography, your work-life balance. When you're happy with your work, that is the ultimate success. So for the youngster, I'm always telling you that make a proper work-life balance and be responsible when you're coming to a wedding photography. It's not a fun thing. It's a very super serious thing. So be serious about that.
That's really great. I think these words are like the golden words for all the wedding photographers out there. And yeah, so that's all from our side. So we have been enlightened by Mr. Rig Biswas, and I'm sure it will help every one of us. So thank you, Mr. Rig Biswas, and
Thank you.
thank you everyone who's joined in our weekend, and we really appreciate that. And
Yeah.
please check out our website. We have this new launch called Mesmera. So it's really beautiful. I mean, it has both acrylic and leather, so everyone can check that out. So thank you, sir. Thank you for joining
Thank
in
you.
and
Thank you.
enlightening us. Thank
Sure.
you.